Amore. Amore is... What is that? Amore. What is amore? It's love. I didn't come here to talk about love, but maybe that can be about... That can be the essence of what I'm going to talk about. How to organize. I see that this... How to organize. This is okay. I should have put this text up here, but seemingly this seems to be quite impossible. I don't know how to change that. I don't know. So, how to organize? Are you organized, my friend? I catch the flu. That's why I have not been so active on social media. It seems to be hard to get all these kind of things sorted out. When you catch a flu, you are more or less in bed. You more or less get tired of anything. You can't get past the issues that you are struggling with. And I try to take some liquid, some vitamins, some drinks in ginger, and maybe some peel of orange and onion. I try to do some right thing, like drinking a lot of water. Today there is no coffee here. So I have to do this all by myself. How to organize? I asked, are you organized? But I bet you are not. Or you are in different degree. If you are organized, you have this union of some fellowship. But it is not entirely what I was aiming to talk about, if you are organized. It was a diversion. But I'm going to talk how to organize yourself. How to organize your home. I have lived with this flu some time now, and I began to try to get rid of, or having everything heaped up, just to organize it. And it have been days on end without being able to finish it. First I saw the shelves, the cupboard or the shelves I had, that was like this, tilting. And I just touched one of the items there, and the whole thing waved like that. So I had to remove everything from that shelf. It's inside this bedroom. And by that I was quite encouraged to take everything out, because I was looking for one item. I have this item in a different version, but now it seems to be totally lost. So I was just encouraged in order to find that item. It's kind of this, if you can, this kind of item. It's a pen or something, and I tried to find it. And that didn't work so well. It didn't work at all. I removed everything from those shelves, and I knew exactly what to do. I have this back plate, back cover, that is sliding in a kind of in a track, so that it can at least keep it steady. So what I did was glue that and stamped it with this thing, just to stample it on top of the glue. The back plate is perfect. It was loose, so no wonder it was sliding here and there. So that was a kind of a brilliant way to do it. And when you have first glued it and then stamped it or nailed it, I didn't like the nailing because it can easily be damaged. So I glued it and stamped it with these small stamples, but in a very not far from each other. So I like to do that, and I used 1.5 days to do both of them. They were on top of each other, so it could be a minor catastrophe if they were to slide off and break loose. So I had to just do that fixing. So I managed to organize this kind of shelves. So I did further. I went on putting things back, but in an organized way. I need to have it organized so that it didn't look like a messed up place. So I did that. Over time, I tried to put everything in order, remove everything from itself, from the place it was floating or being, and it seems to be a good plan. But the plan took over itself, because I can't get rid of all the stuff that I have been saving for all these years. You see, to organize is a way to sort out. And I came to this conclusion, which gave me some uplifting, because I have been on some medicine for a long time, and I kept all the medicine, more or less, the package, the description, everything. I kept it. And why would a man, decent and honorable man like me, save those medicine? It was this scratching problem, which is now gone. More or less gone. And I took the last cure now. Maybe I do a next cure next Wednesday. I don't know. You see, all what you do, you put your mind into it. So I took all the medicine, emballage and containers, and separated it from paper to plastic to the real cream, tablets, and so on. So we have a routine or rule here in Norway that if you have some leftovers of a medicine, you give it back to the pharmacy, because they know how to deal with such things. So I throw away a lot of papers, a lot of containers, small containers. Who would keep that for years? I got this itching from 2016. So ever since that I have kept it. Who would keep such a thing? So this is me organizing my past life. It seems to be a good idea because now I get to have more space. And everything that was in buckets and so on, I put it out on the either floor or table. Yes, in order to organize, throw what I don't need, give away what I don't need, and keep the things I need. So I have a lot of things still, but I need to organize it. If you have a thing like food, you need to put it in the fridge. You organize your food. Some food you put in other places in the fridge than in the freezer. You wouldn't put a banana in the freezer, would you? I wouldn't put it in our fridge anyway. But sometimes we need to organize. Yes, because we know that keeping things in order helps out. It helps out by doing so. I have had this problem because I have this recorder on my phone. It gave me a lot of problem. I tried to tape some recording. I tried to record some event for some weeks ago because I was pretty anxious about the social event I was attending to. So I wanted to record it because in case I need to organize my memory. I have this thing that I do some recordings as to organize my memory, because some occasions can be a little bit tense. So when I tape it, if I'm very bothered by the memory of that event, I listen to this recording just to organize my thoughts. How that went down, as they say. How it went. How that occasion in fact was after maybe some hours, some days even, maybe even some years, because some of the recordings I have can't be listened to by far, because they are quite tormenting to me. And it's also kind of a boring thing to do. So I leave it for a while, so I don't need to go into such issues. So organizing your memory is quite important. Not only sorting out medicine and throw away and keep or give away. No. By that you also organize your memory. Your past needs to be organized. I do some organizing continuously by writing, because every kind of a word is an organized thought. Organized thought. How do we organize? I think we need to see some way of organizing in a different perspective. There is not only one solution and answer to that. We need to be aware of ourselves in perspective. We can be here and now, be here as I'm acting like now, but sometimes I need the reflections. I need to pay attention to what I did. As I have been talking a little bit previously about, we see ourselves in a kind of a perspective. I have children. Who are the best to judge me, if not my children? Yeah, organizing is a kind of a judgment. Either we do it by ourselves, or we do it through others' eyes. Sometimes you are deemed to be, or not deemed, but you are subjected to be judged wrongly. You feel that this is not right. What your intention was not all that bad. How it came out is a different thing, but you feel that this is not entirely my fault or my doing. It was neither my intention. So you can have this by yourself, these organized reflections, that you need to find out how to think about certain things, that you need to have peace in your mind. There is a saying that it's like this. He found peace of mind. Maybe people are haunted. They need some organization, and if they, maybe even a physical or social organization, maybe we need some place to organize ourselves in a better way. Sometimes we need assistance to be organized, to organize ourselves. We need feedback on how to do that. Not because we are so poorly equipped or have done so much wrong. It can be just for the sake of keeping you alive. Keeping your mental constitution alive. Maybe you need to have some social interactions. You don't call it organizing. And you go out. You meet other people. You visit your friends, family, or whoever that may be. Sometimes you need time off. When I go to Israel, for example, I need my time off because there have been too much here of something. Or I need to put some exercise on my thoughts, my motivations, my way of thinking. Sometimes I get the real blow when I go. It's okay. It's okay to get a blow, because we need that too. I have this idea. I got it from Kabbalah. That maybe what I experience, if everything is from God, as we Christians like to say, everything is from God. We justify everything. And it's also a Christian idea or logic that if it's so, that everything is from God, that is happening to me, that I am hit or blessed by, Maybe we need to find when it's doing some harm, hurt, wounds, even break a leg. We needed it for the sake of good. We can't always understand why bad things happen to good people. We can't really know why such is happening. We only know how we react to certain things that is harming. And if it repeats itself, if bad things seem to be on a repeat, we tend to feel that we are subjected. We are doomed in a way. It's a curse or something. Maybe we don't really understand when we say such things. You see, to justify or to say everything is from God is also a very advanced way to organize your thoughts. Because if you believe that God is good and everything happens because God will it so, then you have a super awareness of your position in that regard. Then you will experience that whatever happens to you happens for a good reason. Either you caused it yourself, that obviously can happen, and if you are in a denial, you will never accept or see, like the football players that is caught by doing some attack on a player. He seems to be not even aware that he did it. It's not me. It's not me at all. It's he did that. That's why I did that. No, they have no admittance to whatever happens. They, in a way, they don't organize themselves in perspective of altering their behavior. That may be very true, because football players can be very rude by playing. That's why I don't like Norwegian football, because they seems to be not only very arrogant but also very rude. They have nothing to learn from their mistakes. There is no good coach that can let them in on the benefits of admitting their own faults. But sometimes when bad things happen to good people, seemingly good, maybe it's not hurting them in the way that you would be hurt yourself, because they justify it, because maybe they see that if I am suffering, maybe that is entirely for the good. People can be encouraged by me suffering. In what way? It's organized thought. It's organized how to organize themselves by saying, what you see happened to me. Maybe you can get a lesson or two by that, just to avoid. It was said about me that I learned from the mistakes of my elderly siblings. You don't do so much mistakes as they. I didn't know of their mistakes. To be honest, I didn't know of their mistake, but that was what he said, how his perspective was. That you, Ole, you are a quiet man, and I think that you learn from your siblings' mistakes. I don't know if they did any mistake or something. Nothing that I would remember anyway. But that is what was said to me. And sometimes people look in a very different way on how others are doing, how they deal with stuff. In in cases if they don't learn or change their behavior, it can be very hard to really come through for them. They have a harder learning curve, and Kabbalists are also saying that bad things happen because you don't really understand how to deal with certain stuff. So the hard thing is just God knocking really hard on the door. Why can't you really understand? So if you in the beginning talk to the child, please don't do that. And the next level, if you do that, you will harm yourself. And in the third term, you say that if you harm others, it's as if they are harming you, so don't do harm to others. And you go on and on and on and try to make them understand. In the end, you will fall because you will fall and hit yourself because you didn't understand the maybe 10 steps in advance that you should have understood immediately. So maybe that is what he meant, I don't know. But we have to organize our experiences, our memories, and our doings, our own doings. So maybe I did encourage you now to make your home organized. Just take one thing at a time. Deal with it as if either it's rubbish, can be given away, or put in a place that you are not bothered with it. So that can be good in case you are judged by others that you can't organize yourself. I think that is the hardest thing. To be judged, that you can't organize yourself. I'm afraid of that. I need something sweet to taste. I don't have it here. It's a kind of a scraping my throat. But we are afraid. What we are judged by is not to be able to organize ourselves. It's kind of shameful. If you see a match, let us take football. The team need to be organized in order to succeed. So you need to organize yourself, your body, your efficiency, and to succeed on the football field, you need to be organized together with other people. In order to succeed with the goals. So teams that are not so, they are more preoccupied with individual skills. Sometimes those individuals are spoiling the whole game because they are so self-orientated that they can't handle to to change.